Marty, you all set? Good morning, everybody. We are going to start the meeting. If everybody would please just either turn off or mute their cell phones. Okay, I would like to call this meeting, Board of Directors, Regal Shores Condominium Association, October 22nd, 2025, to order. Robin, the roll call, please.
Does this work? Can you hear me? Okay. Stuart Cooperstein via Zoom. Okay. Martin Danowitz.
Here.
Shelley Siegel.
Here.
Richard Sherman.
Here.
Joyce Deutsch.
Here.
Ray Haslett.
Here.
We have a quorum. It's present. And we have two guest speakers, I guess Ed and Millie from Campbell Property Management. I have a motion. I have a motion to approve the minutes of September. All in favor? Motion approved, unanimous.
Thank you, Robin. Okay, the President's report. Good morning, and thank you for attending today's board meeting. As we near the conclusion of the 2025 season, this meeting should be relatively brief. We will hear reports from the following committees: Landscaping, Building Captains, Rules and Regulations, Facilities, and the Social Committee. We are currently addressing an issue that requires everyone's cooperation. And I'll explain the background and what's being done about that. When our roofs were replaced, the air conditioning racks were also upgraded to meet current code requirements. During this process, the compressor units were disconnected and reinstalled on the new racks. The AC contractor, CMI, removed a component known as an inline dryer filter from the compressors, but did not replace it. Once this was discovered, we immediately contacted our attorney, who issued a demand letter to Storm Roofing and their bonding company. Storm has agreed to replace all of the missing filters at their expense. The filters can be located in one of two places. One is on the roof at the compressor, or inside your unit at the air handler, which is right next to the hot water heater. The rooftop locations have already been inspected. We now need to conduct a brief survey of the interior air handlers to determine whether filters are present. Building captains in buildings 6 through 10 have contacted residents to arrange access for this inspection. The survey takes less than 1 minute. A representative from Storm will take a quick photo of the air handler and leave immediately. Building 5 has already been completed. Because this matter is of an ongoing legal process, time is of the essence, and we greatly appreciate your cooperation. The inspections are scheduled for tomorrow, Thursday, October 23rd, as follows. Building 6 will be beginning at approximately 9 o'clock. Building 7 at 10 o'clock. Building 8 at 11, a break for lunch. Building 9 at 1 o'clock, and Building 10 at 2 o'clock. These times are not in concrete, they're not in stone, they are approximate times. In the coming days, residents will receive a mailing from the Regal Shores Condominium Association. This will serve as the first notice of the annual meeting, which is scheduled for Wednesday, December 24th, 2025 at 10 o'clock here in the Palm Room. Included in the mailing is a notice of intent, or NOI, It's a form. Homeowners who wish to run for a position on the Board of Directors should complete and return this form to Campbell Property Management by the date specified in the notice. This year, 4 seats will be open for election. The current seat holders are Richard Sherman, Joyce Deutsch, Ray Haslett, and Robin O'Connor. At our next board meeting on November 26th, 2025, we will present the proposed 2026 annual budget. All residents are encouraged to attend this meeting. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I wish everyone a safe and enjoyable Halloween. We expect plenty of trick-or-treaters this year, so be sure to have all your treats ready. And that concludes the President's report. It's our next board meeting, Mark, which is the 4th Wednesday of the month. And now, Marty, the treasurer's report, please.
Good morning, Is this on? Can people hear me? Okay. This is the financial report for the month ended September 30th. And this is consolidated for Regal Shores 1 and 2. Operating funds were $397,000. Special assessment funds related to the elevator were $294,000. Special assessment funds related to roofing were $2,048,000. Reserve funds, $1,027,000. Other current assets of $571,000, predominantly made up of prepaid insurance of $472,000 and accounts receivable regular assessments. Current liabilities were $716,000, predominantly made up of insurance payable of $460,000 and prepaid assessments of $196,000. The special assessment for the elevator on the liability side is the same, $294,000. Same thing for special assessment roofing, the $2,048,000, and the reserves of $1,027,000, leaving us with equity of $252,000. In terms of significant income statement activity for the month, in Regal Shores 1, was just our fire alarm equipment contract maintenance. And to be honest, in terms of repairs and maintenance, virtually nothing was recorded in the ledger for the month of September for either Regal Shores 1 or Regal Shores 2. That's it.
Thank you, Marty. And now the Campbell report, please.
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so just a couple items to mention today. We've had several sidewalk repairs in the community, including in R.S. South. Those have now been completed. The company will be around today to pick up the cones and things that they've used to mark off the areas. We have completed pressure washing of the front sidewalks for each of the buildings. We had a handful of potholes around the community that seem to be popping up, but good thing we're in the process of working on our upcoming mill and pave with the committee and Ray and everyone. Bless, I think that was a sneeze. Let's see, as Richard mentioned earlier, the mailing season, please, if you don't receive the information from us on the proxies and your voting ballots and all that stuff, please contact our office. It's very important. We need everybody's vote. And let's see, work order reports. The total number was 55 for the month of September. We're showing 30 closed out, but we believe there's a few that are hanging out there that are likely either in-house maintenance and/or some landscaping, which is always, a tough one to keep a handle on when, month to month. But nevertheless, that's the report. Thank you very much.
Ed, I have a question. In the mailing that's going to be going out, is there a form to fill out for the 55 age requirement?
I don't think we included it. No. I mean, we'll look at it. We can.
Does that have to go out once a year?
I, it's in the application now. So, but we'll look at it.
Yeah, I thought that every year there had to be a survey.
Well, there is, but that's a little silly since are you getting younger?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you filled it out last year.
If you filled it out last year, it's not. I know that's one of the state requirements, but it's just one of those really silly ones. Everyone's got to fill a test that they're getting older and not younger. It's just silliness. Yeah, for all the new people moving in, they have to sign that automatically when they do the application now. But the state does require for you to attest that you're getting older and not younger every year, which I find ridiculous. But anyway, yes, sir.
We have children living with their parents here.
Yeah, but again, still, they're not owners. It's just another silly thing the state put out. But nevertheless, we'll look into it.
Okay, thank you. Is there any more on the, Ed? Is there any more on the Campbell report? That's it. Okay, thank you. All right, we'll now open up the open mic. This is a 3-minute time limit. Additional time may not be ceded by another member. At this time, only items specifically on the agenda may be addressed. Each member may speak once on each agenda item, and comments will be taken under advisement. The open mic is now open. Yet.
We're waiting for the open mic. Once that's done, we'll open it up to the people on the phone.
And Marty, again, that's only for items at this point, only on the agenda.
Quick question.
Ray, maybe one of those work?
Marcia Stein, Building 6. I
It's
just,
not on.
eh?
It's not on. Give it, no, to Marcia.
It's not on.
Working that well.
Marcia.
The volume
Well, you
is
can
on,
hear
the
me.
volume is low,
Thank you.
even when you were speaking.
No, it's okay. I just got a query from one of my neighbors about this inspection tomorrow, and she wanted to know if people will get a status report on the survey, whatever that means.
Marcia, not really at this time. There is no status report, so to speak. It's either there or not there, and then all the numbers have to be compiled before we get to a final. So no,
That'll be
they're
the next step on when any repairs.
well.
or
The next
whatever?
step, yes.
Okay. Tell me that. Thank you.
Cicely Sisselman, Building 8. Good morning. Thank you. I received that notice that was scotch taped on some of the things in the elevator and so forth and so on. However, I have to be at work by 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'm in Building 8. I will not allow anyone in my apartment without me being there because of the experience I had with Storm last time. Last time around, I let Storm's representative in when I was not there. The person went to my air conditioner, supposedly, I don't know why, whatever he did, I had no air conditioner when I came home. Storm came out, they inspected it, they said, yes, there was a problem here. We don't know why. They had their wonderful, lovely person come out, spend 1 hour in my apartment to find the problem. He never found the exact problem, although I had great air conditioner up until the time that this stranger came into my apartment. So I will not allow anyone in my apartment without me because it's my responsibility and it's my insurance. Now, I'll be very happy to be home until 11:45, but I have to be in work by 12.
I'm
Is there
sure,
any way, no, realistically, 1 minute you said, that's nonsense. It takes to walk to the thing maybe 1 minute and then a 1 minute out, which means 2 minutes.
Cicely, it'll take 30 seconds. And the way this is done, they will walk up to your door. They're going to take a picture of your front door with your name and the unit number on it. They're then going to knock on the door. You will open the door. They will come in. They're going to walk to the unit. They're going to take their camera out or their phone out. They're going to snap a picture of it, turn around, and leave. It takes 30 seconds.
So you
I did
say-
all of Building 5 like this. I went with them into every unit in Building 5. It's about 30 seconds per unit.
However, I read that notice, the new notice that said $450 will be my problem if they cannot get into my apartment.
We need cooperation from every unit owner to get in to verify that it's either there or not. If we can't verify it, then we're going to have to walk away from it.
Well, $450 because I have to be in work and you can't.
Well, then you'll have to make other arrangements to have it done.
Well, who do I call? What do I say?
We will,
Who do I tell?
Sissy, this is a 3-minute limit, so I'm going to cut you off right now, and you and
Okay.
I can discuss this after the meeting, okay? Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you for your time.
Marty, anybody on Zoom?
Anybody on Zoom, if you want to speak, unmute yourself.
Ira Cohen, 5874, apartment 201. I have a question about the bolts that were used to tie down the air conditioning unit. I understand that they are not up to code. Is that correct?
Question about the
Bolts
bolts
for
that we
holding
use.
down the air conditioners not up to code. It's all been inspected and it's all up to code. Who told
Well,
you
my
that?
air conditioning guy says that it's not Cat 5, so I don't know.
Who is this?
What were they supposed to be? I know this was brought up several months ago to Victor.
I don't know.
I don't know what the answer was.
I don't know.
Might be code.
The issue was brought up several months ago about the bolts securing the AC units.
Yes.
Use the mic.
Shout into the mic.
There. Okay. So prior to the roofs being replaced, they had to be upgraded to a higher wind standard, which they were as part of the roof replacement. This was all engineered and inspected by Palm Beach County, and everything has passed. There's no issues. To our knowledge, there are no issues with that.
Okay, I just want to go on notice as having asked the question. Ira Cohen. Air conditioner people that said that.
Anybody else on Zoom? Please unmute
Marty,
yourself.
Marty, who's his air conditioning company that It wasn't me. It was my brother-in-law in Building 5. But you said
Okay.
and they came up to do their usual tune-up, and they just happened to send a supervisor, and the supervisor says, you know, these are not Category 5 bolts.
Is that before the roof was done?
After. Richard knows about this. He was told.
We're not a category 5 zone.
And I sent an email, and I never got a response. So I'm going on notice as, you know.
Thank you.
Lou Dunn, Building 1. Ed, we are Hopewell Building
is having trouble keeping our building clean.
Lou,
They
this
do
is
not
not,
like it.
this is not on an agenda
That's the
item. We can
next
do that
time.
afterwards at the
Yes,
second open
yes.
mic.
We can follow up on that as well.
Mark Klein, Building 9. As I reported to Richard, after they did the air conditioning, after they completed the air conditioning job, I used to keep my apartment at about 76, and it was very cool throughout the apartment. It was very comfortable, okay? After they did it, it's very warm, so now I have to keep it at 72 to 73. I went back to past bills, not for price, because of course they raised the price, by usage. And it's using more electricity now than what I did before they did whatever they did on the roof. Richard had CSI come up. They came up to check the unit, and they went with their gauge, and they show it by the vent, the main vent coming into the living room, and they tell me it's normal. It's not normal because you don't feel anything when it blows out. So I don't know whether that has anything to do with this filter. That's what I was told, that it had nothing to do with the filter. But it was perfectly fine for 4 years until they moved the AC. I rest my case. I'm going to lose anyway, but that just voiced my opinion.
Mark, thank you, but the inline dryer filter really does not have anything to do with that. I think that what you're talking about is probably a fan issue.
I had it checked. Everything is fine. It's just not going pop. My whole unit's been checked.
All right, thank you. Okay, and if there's nobody else on this open mic, we're going to move into the committee reports. First report is going to be landscaping. Joyce, please.
Yes. Good morning. Can you hear me? Yeah. While we still have Tropical Storm Melissa threatening us, we have hopes that the storm will not become a hurricane. Hurricane season does not end until November, but we can never be certain that it will not extend into November. Our winter plantings have been selected, and we... What's the matter?
Bring it close to you. I only hear you regularly.
Okay. Our winter plantings have been selected, and we are waiting to have them planted after we allow the soil to rest. Is that better? With luck, our irrigation will not continue to have issues. It's been a very costly year this year, irrigation-wise. That's the end of my report. But once again, I'm hoping that someone will step up and volunteer to take over this position on our board. I'll be very happy to help them learn the process. I have been doing this for about 10 years and would like to have new blood and new ideas take over. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing some volunteers.
Thank you, Joyce. Ray, building captains, please.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, we had the building captains meeting yesterday. And so the bulk of the discussion was what's going to be happening tomorrow. And there's a lot of frustration with the building captains because certain residents do not want to leave keys, contact information, emergency contact. So we would ask the cooperation from all our residents. Each building captain has a form where we would have an emergency contact, to not somebody in Boca, not somebody in West Palm, somebody that's close by with a key in case of an emergency. All our units shares walls, floors, and ceilings with another neighbor. If something happens in the walls, a leak or something, we have an emergency, we need to get in there immediately. The easiest solution is to have a key and a contact with the building captain. So we would appreciate your cooperation with that. They're struggling now, setting up for tomorrow. It was short notice. It's to our benefit to get this over with for the AC company so we can get back to normal. So everybody needs to really have a contact with the building captain. It's still hurricane season. Mostly building captains and some residents have a walkie-talkie. In the case that if they're going out of town or not around, they should contact Frida, who's the chairperson of the Hurricane Committee, and she'll instruct you who to leave the radio with. It's important that each building has a radio during hurricane season. All the building captains are familiar with the Vantica. We suggest that the residents get familiar. It's a good tool for paying your bills and tracking work orders. It was also brought up, at the bottom of the air handlers on the air conditioners have a pan. And you might want to look into getting one of the cutoff switches. It's a little float that goes onto the bottom of the pan. In case your air conditioner leaks, the float shuts it down, and then you can find out where the leak is, and this way it doesn't overflow the pan. And they suggested that they could be found on Amazon. Access to the roof for any air conditioning company. During normal hours, you just have to call Campbell. The person will get them access as long as they're insured and bonded. For installations, it should be done during business hours. For emergencies, you could try to contact Campbell first. If you're not successful, the board members have access to the roof. So you need to contact one of the board members in case of an emergency. It was suggested that the captains hold a building meeting individually once a year to gather that information for emergency contacts, to introduce themselves, and to get a little neighborly love going on there. And the new guidebook is being updated by Susie and I believe Marcia and a few others. So look out for that. If there's a new handbook, it will always be online. I know there's an updated one online now for Regal Shores Rules and Regulations, and I'll have Robin follow up on that.
Thank you, Ray. Robin, the rules and regulations, please.
The committee has met. We have determined the best format with feedback, and we're about halfway through them. We anticipate having it done perhaps by the next board meeting, but before the end of the year. I thank the committee, Allison Spitzer, Lou Dunn, Sue Feller, and Marcia Stein.
Thank you, Robin. And Ray, back to you again with the Facilities Committee.
Okay, right now, the Facilities Committee, we're dealing with the mill and paving. We're in the beginning stages. We just got a great committee together. After the meeting, we're going to meet with Ed, and we're going to get the ball rolling. And as soon as I have more information, probably next meeting, we'll get that out. So right now, it's in the early stages, mill and paving. That's the parking lots in Regal Shores North. South was already done, correct? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ray. And Robin, back to you with the Social Committee.
Right. The Social Committee has met, and based upon input from the board in the last meeting, has decided that they will incorporate the price of the DJ into the total package with a little room to spare in case there's unforeseen. So the price will be $22 per person. It will be a meet and greet. There will be appetizers and an ice cream bar. We will also want to make sure that the meet and greet is a very important part. And so we have a little surprises in store for that. I asked the board to vote on this so we can send out a save the date. So do I have a motion? I can make a motion for the board to approve the January 21st Regal Shores meet and greet, including appetizers, ice cream bar, and DJ, and utensils and, everything else that goes with a meal. Tips and tax, everything is all inclusive. And coffee is there, iced tea, water. They're going to give us tablecloths, which we're discussing, and everything, napkins, believe it or not, and everything else that we might need. $22.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second the motion.
All in favor? Opposed?
What's he saying? I can't hear him.
He's asking, does that approval require a minimum of 100 people?
A minimum of 100 people,
Yes.
or it will be canceled, yes.
Yes, minimum of 100 people.
So we have to restate the whole.
We have 3 days per the contract to notify them that we are canceling.
Does that have to be in the motion?
No.
No, but he just asked it.
Okay. Robin, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you,
is
committee.
there- Okay, is there any other unfinished business? Is there an, Ed?
I neglected to read the rest of it earlier, and I believe someone was going to mention it as well. The buildings in South 1 through 4 have been struggling with some cleaning issues and things of that nature. We are counseling with the person that works over there that does that and working that out and trying to get it resolved. It's, catwalks and things are just not getting cleaned properly and all that. So it is being addressed, and we're dealing with the staff. Okay.
Okay, is there any new business before the board? All right, in that case, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and seconded, all in favor? Opposed? Okay, now the mic is opened for question and answers. Anything is game. Again, the same rules apply. A 3-minute time limit. Additional time may not be ceded to another member, and each member may speak once.
Mort Kane, Building 1. Robin, the $22 for the meet and greet, does that include the tax and tips?
Karen Gross, Building 10. Okay. Would you please just reiterate and review what happens, what is the course of action, if a resident is not at home and we do not have access to their unit? I think we just need to send out clarification on that. Thank you.
Mark Klein again. I was happy to find out.
Mark, just a second. Karen, for clarification, we will have to, work is not going to be starting tomorrow. All right? They're in the process of compiling everything. However, if we don't have all the information, what that is going to do, it's going to slow everything down. We have a time limit, I believe, on the payment and performance bond. That's number one. We need people's cooperation to get in there and do what we have to do. If it's not done, these people that are not doing it are going to be influencing what's going to be happening to the other 292 units that we have in Regal Shores. And it could lead to a tremendous financial responsibility by Regal Shores to take care of this. And that's why we need everybody to cooperate to be able to get into the unit and see if it's there or it's not there. And it's not that much of an inconvenience to do. Thank you, Karen.
Mark Klein, Building 9. As I reported, when Storm finally finished, that on the second floor catwalk, the edge facing out is chipped. The concrete is chipped and the rebar is showing. I was told that Storm was going to come back and fix it. It's still not fixed. It's going to allow the rebar to rust, travel into the concrete, and then we got a major problem with the concrete chipping away, and then they'll build it up to like what happened at in Miami, which is why our insurance is so high.
That's an exaggeration.
No, I'm saying, but that's, if they find it in one place, then they're gonna check all over. The lobby roof, which I've reported, where the half rounds are, and then they put concrete filler. Okay, I reported right away that it was cracking. So then, I think his name is Mark. Mark had his guy come up and supposedly fix it. You know how he fixed it? He smeared cement over the top of it. Well, now when you look, it's now cracking the same cracks plus more on the other side and then where it angles off. The only way that can be corrected is the half rounds have to come off, they got to get the concrete off, and they have to redo it. Now, I've checked other buildings to see if they had cracking. I didn't check all of them, I checked some of them. None of them had the cracking. So that's something that should be taken up, again, with Storm. When we have jobs like the elevator had to be done, now it's going to be the paving has to be done, is that recommended by Campbell? Campbell tells us that it has to be done?
No, Mark, take a walk around and take a look. You can see for yourself. This should have been done about 2 years ago, the mill and pave.
I see minor cracks. Well, I see cracks, yes. But I can guarantee, well, I'm not even going to go into this because it's going to be a no-win situation. Are there other things that are more important to do than to do the milling and paving? I don't see potholes yet. Somebody, I think Ed said there was some potholes. My
Mark,
building, I
Mark,
have long cracks. But
I want to interrupt for a moment. When I walk, and I do walk around the property all the time,
Okay.
there are areas that have those reflectors in the ground.
Yes.
People can go flying over it. When they are removed, not intentionally, it leaves a hole there. Since I have been here, we have never done a mill and pave. I'm here 13 years.
Okay, well, first,
Never did
yeah.
a mill and pave, and that's the only way it should be done. Because
Then what are they going to do to slow the people down? Are they going to put a hump there? The reflectors were stupid to do, that's to begin with, and that was done years ago. So how else are you going to get people to slow down? And as far as those pieces breaking off and using that as an excuse to do the mill and paving, all you do is chip them away. But if you just say it needs milling and paving, I can live with that.
otherwise, it's a Band-Aid, and it doesn't, and one day, after it dries, look at the other areas that were done that way.
Well, I'll let that go. I'll also go by the way it was handled when they did the tire stops, the way it's all chipping away. They just did a crap job that we paid for. It was never checked, and the paint is chipping off. Did we ever check another management company to compare with what we have with Campbell?
Thank you, Mark.
I knew it.
Actually, I think that one's working. Hang on a second. Good morning. Nope. Good morning. Shelley, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now you can start my time. Ray, I would just want to correct something you said. In case someone who is in charge of the walkie-talkies, that we have one per building, if they leave, they are to find someone. I'm not going to find somebody to replace them, okay? Now, let me just tell you, because you hear me talking about this all the time, there is a possible hurricane coming, Hurricane Melissa. As of Sunday night, it will be a category, on Monday, it will be a category 2, and they're still not sure where it's going. You can't take this lightly. You need to be prepared. I tell you every month, there is a plan in place, and you need to know what to do, because you can't do it when the hurricane is here, okay? So to do that, I'm asking that every one of you download an app called PBC DART, D-A-R-T, and become familiar with it now, not when the hurricane is here. Very important. PBC DART is what will tell you information about the hurricane, about evacuation plans, about shelters. Everything I've told you in our plan that you didn't read will be on PBC DART, okay? The other one you might want to download is another, I didn't write it down, any app that will talk about hurricanes, including an app called Hurricane, okay? But PBC DART is the single most important thing you can do, and you need to do it now. You need to be prepared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frida. Lou?
Okay, I'm going to start over. Lou Dunn, Building 1. Ed, our building is filthy. I have called Sean for 2 weeks, every single day. Never got a return. I finally got it Tuesday. They're not cleaning. Our elevator, I don't like to even touch the buttons. They don't wipe anything down. I've never seen him. I see him running with the golf cart. I've never seen him stop. I wanted, please.
Yep, so
take
Sean,
care.
Sean went by and spoke to you on Tuesday, correct?
He said, yes.
Yes, and he went through and he took notes on everything, all the issues you brought up. Also walked each of the 4 buildings, and he's taking the appropriate steps to deal with the person that cleans your area.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Point of clarification, this January 21st, is that a breakfast or a lunch?
It's from 6:30 to 9:30.
Oh, it's dinner.
No, it is appetizers, ice cream bar, and a DJ. So there will be appetizers on the table. We are hoping that everybody be respectful of their neighbors. That is why we did not have them on a buffet, because sometimes neighbors are not as respectful as they should be, even though they don't mean
Will
to
you
be.
be checking paper bags at the door?
Well, somebody will be checking Tupperware. We'll leave that to Lance, okay?
Thank you, Robin. Also, Ed, I would like to add on to Lou's comment. I know that I brought this up before, but the elevator floor in Building 6 is absolutely disgusting. And I don't know what can be done about cleaning it, but it looks like it's never been cleaned. And I know that's not true. It's just whatever is being used isn't working, and it's embarrassing. Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
I just did, okay, thank you. I couldn't hear everything everybody said. Ray, I couldn't hear what you said, the AC part that we're supposed to get.
Doesn't affect you.
No, okay.
It's only the buildings where the air conditioning's on the
Oh.
roof.
5 through 10,
Oh,
Marty.
okay, and the parking lot, something about a parking lot?
Mill and pave.
Oh,
That's for Regal Shores North.
okay. And the party is on January 21st? From
Yes.
6 to 9:30?
Yes.
And appetizers, ice cream, and what was the third thing?
DJ.
Oh, DJ, okay, thank you. And then my issue of, I guess you all know that I've had rats in my apartment, 4 baby rats behind my sink in my guest bathroom, and then 2 in my apartment. So I did call Excellent because bug off was negligent. The man who came said, oh, I just retired, and they brought me back. And then I asked him to check the rat trap. He goes, oh, would you like me to do that too? I said, yeah, there was no poison in there. And then he checked all the rat traps, which were missing poison. couple of cracks, but there were certain, he showed me pictures where the rats go after the insulation for water. So he was very, very specific about things. He also said that my dryer vent, that the guys from the roof, they replaced them with standard open bottom roof jacks for exhaust fans, and I had a lot of lint in my attic, but he fixed that too. But I'm just letting you know, that's what he did. They said that he did that for everybody. He called it a male nipple or something that's on there that's supposed to be there, but there was an open space. So anytime I had work done up there, the lint would just come down. So I want to know how the rat problem is being addressed here. And I want to know if there's oversight, and I would like follow-up. I would like pictures that show me that my roof, those spaces are sealed. I asked Sean, I wrote it on Vantica. I want proof that those open spaces are sealed, so I don't have to have this problem and pay $400 again. I can't hear you, Ed. You have to speak loud.
As you're aware, Roz, the association has done everything you've asked. If you would like, we will compile all of the photos and the reports from each of the services, and we'll send that off to you. Yes, ma'am. The issue is that in Building 2, there's a resident that experienced a rodent issue, and it's been addressed by the association for their portion, but she's asking for, photos and reports and anything related to the actual treatment for the areas, which is.
Bug off is the worst. I really wish we could fire them and hire Excellent. It's like night and day, these two companies. Excellent told me there were sewer rats, and Bug off didn't even know what he didn't even have a name for them. So I would like you to take that under consideration, to replace Bug off with another company. And I definitely recommend Excellent Environmental. Royal Landings fired Bug off, and they hired Excellent, and that's how I got that company. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me? My name is Judy Sims. I live in Building 9. I'm on the 4th floor. I put in a work order because there are stains and dirt marks on the catwalk that have been talked about, and it is yet to be addressed. Is there any way that I can send a letter, get a lawyer? I mean, what do I need to do to get this catwalk cleaned?
You just did it.
Okay.
Take a look at it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I the last? I want to be last. Ed, can we see your socks?
That's my youngest daughter's face.
Lovely, thank you. I love
So much for a short meeting.
Could you model them?
Isn't that cute? Pink, I love it.
My daughter's got a sense of humor.
I thank you all for coming. We are done.